Hey everyone, and welcome to the second video in our series of the ABCs of success. So first of all, congratulations for having the courage to take your first step to being more successful in your life. In our last video, which was the A, we talked about awareness and how important awareness in our lives and in our goals, how important that is. Okay, we spoke about how it's so important to know where we started, know where we are right now, and to also have the awareness of where we want to go in the future. Think of it like you're kind of like a GPS. You need to have a starting point and a finishing point to be able to get to where you need to go. Okay? And we also spoke about how everything that we're learning is, as far as these ABCs, I developed from a self-defense standpoint. Okay, so awareness of what was around us is a very important self-defense point, but it's also extremely important in learning to be more successful in our life. So for the second video, the B, and the B is boundaries. And we also, in self-defense, we talk about boundaries and body language. Okay, so let me show you a little bit in self-defense what boundaries are. A boundary in self-defense could be something as simple if somebody was coming toward me as putting my hands up in a way that says, hey, whoa, you know, I'm putting a boundary between me and a potential opponent. Well, we in success, we need to do that as well. We need to have some boundaries as to who we're going to let into our life. Okay, how many times have we been really made upset by people who are really just not that important to us? However, we allow them to come into our life and add a lot of negativity in our life. So we have to learn to develop clear boundaries. Okay, and those boundaries can also be boundaries as far as your time goes. All right, so what do I mean by that? Well, we all have the same 168 hours a week as everyone else. Okay, so why is it that some people are able to get so much done and other people can't? And I had a situation with my partner, Mary Owens, a couple of weeks ago that I thought was very important, and she handled this beautifully, putting up a boundary. She had a coworker at work who demanded that she meet with her immediately. And Mary had some other things that were more important for her to do that were taking up her time at that moment. So what she did was she set up a clear boundary that, yes, I will meet with you. I will meet with you the next day, and I will meet with you at 2 o'clock, and I will meet with you for 1 hour. And that was setting up a clear boundary as far as how important her time was to get done the things that were important, that were more important than, quite frankly, this meeting. So we can all do that. We all have things that we do that kind of suck our time, and we don't accomplish those things that we need to accomplish. So one of the biggest things that you can do to set up a boundary has to do with your time and figuring out what are the things that you can do during this time that is going to make you more successful. Okay? Also, for the B, in self-defense, we talk about body language. That's another B. Boundaries and body language. And what I realized is that body language in success in your own life is equally as important. So think about it this way. If a predator, if someone who is up to no good spotted someone who was kind of just standing like this with their shoulders down and their head down, maybe speaking in a very, very, soft and almost a scared manner, my goodness, that's almost like a mountain lion seeing wounded prey. That's like lunch. Okay? But let's now talk about that in success. How many people want to be led by someone like that? So the simple act of standing up straight, head up straight, speaking in a clear and concise way is a very, very simple way. Actually, it's simple, but it takes practice if you're not used to doing that. Is a very simple way to demonstrate leadership skills, because we want to be led by someone who is very, very confident. Okay? They say that 93% of all communication is nonverbal. So that has to do quite a bit with your body language. So just practice standing up tall, eyes straight ahead, using a very, very clear and concise voice. And we had a big old truck just go by, so let's continue. Standing up tall, head up straight, using a very, very concise voice, making eye contact, not looking at the ground. That's a very, very simple way to practice your body language, and that will help to make you more of a leader. So I hope you enjoyed lesson 2 on the ABCs of self-defense. Next time, we move on to the letter C. Okay? So again, congratulations for taking the time and being courageous enough to get started on this path to greater success. And I look forward to talking to you next time.